Hey, it's Coach Jim here. Are you wondering how to help your teenager establish a great sense of self? How to help them build their self-esteem so that they know who they are and feel really good about themselves? Well, in today's video, I've got 4 steps that are an absolute must when it comes to building your teen's self-esteem coming up. If you haven't already done so, if you can do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button, that would be wonderful. I'm on a mission to spread these tools on this channel out to as many people as possible. As we know, life can be filled with so many challenges and hardships, and the more knowledge, tools, and strategies we have to help us through those hard times, the better. And we never know where someone is on their journey, what they're struggling with. And sometimes watching one video or hearing one phrase or one word can change someone's life. So help me to help others by hitting that subscribe button. Thank you. I'm going to be honest with you. Us parents face a huge challenge in raising confident teenagers with a healthy sense of self. The world is very different in many ways than it was when we were growing up. Yes, some of the challenges our kids face today are the exact same ones that we faced as teenagers, but some are extremely different. We didn't have the constant pressure that social media barrages our teenagers with. The comparison game is being played at a much larger scale than ever before. So, how do we ensure that our teen doesn't get sucked into that game? So much so that they lose themselves and their self-esteem suffers. We as parents have the biggest role to play when it comes to building our teen's self-esteem. Here are the 4 steps that we need to start implementing today on a consistent basis. Step number 1, and one of the most important ones: detangle your emotions from your teens. This involves creating emotional boundaries, understanding the line from where you end and your teenager begins. If you're doing things for them or being a certain way towards them with an expectation of getting something in return, you are essentially expecting your teen to meet your emotional need in that moment, which is not fair, and it's not your teenager's job. If you tell them that you love them and you're expecting them to say it back, that's not a clear emotional boundary. If you drive them everywhere, cook their favorite foods, give them money, and you're expecting them to thank you, that is not a clear emotional boundary. I know what you might be thinking right now, but I do want them to tell me that they love me back, and I do want them to be thankful for all that I do for them. When your emotional state is dependent upon how you expect someone else to act, you've stepped into a murky emotional space. You no longer have healthy emotional boundaries. The truth is, you want to teach your child how to love someone, not just say, "I love you back." You want to teach them how to be grateful for what they have and what others do for them, not just say thank you. We don't teach them what we really want to teach them through placing expectations on them. We do this simply through modeling. That's it. So if you feel responsible for how they feel, you see them not responding the way that you think they should, you find yourself emotionally wrecked when they are, you have some detangling to do. I am going to do more videos on how to actually start detangling your emotions from your teens in the future. So be sure to subscribe and click on that bell to get notified when I upload those videos. Second step, this is a big one. Affirm who they are, not just what they do. You've probably heard how important it is to praise the effort, not the outcome. I'm going to take it a step further. Tie what they do to their values, their strengths, their character traits, their gifts. If they plan a surprise birthday party for one of their friends, affirm what a thoughtful, amazing friend they are. To take the time to plan and coordinate something that lets another person feel so loved, so appreciated, and so valued. The world is going to tell your child they need to be something they're not. They need to look a certain way, act a certain way, to be seen as worthy. And it's our job as parents to remind them of who they really are, and to not lose sight of it when the world gets really loud and noisy with BS messages that simply are not true. You'll also want to affirm their small acts of kindness too, like when they buy a friend a snack at lunch, or they let their friend borrow their sweatshirt because they're cold, or they want to bake cookies for their friend group, or they actually clean part of their room without being told. Recognize and affirm the values that they're demonstrating in those moments. You'll also want to affirm them using evidence recall, which is recalling a time when they stayed true to their values. Do this at random times. Say something out of the blue like, "Do you remember the time when your friend was really struggling and you wrote them a beautiful card about all the ways they've been such a great friend to you? That was so thoughtful of you, and I know that it made them feel good." Or, "Remember the time that your soccer team lost that game and everyone was really upset, but you were able to point out the moments in the game that were awesome, like what a great job everyone did passing the ball. I know that was a hard time for everyone, but you were really able to show great sportsmanship. Nicely done. Third step, start using the phrase, I trust you. When your teen is playing video games or they're on their phone when you think they should be studying, don't nag them about studying. Instead, say, I trust you to prioritize your studying and get it all done. I'm going to trust that you can manage your time appropriately, and if you find that you can't, then we'll have to come up with a better strategy. If your teen is going out with friends, say something like, I trust you to make great decisions for yourself. You can even start the conversation with, I'm really trying hard not to nag you and tell you what to do. So instead of me telling you what I think you should do, I want you to know that I trust that you're going to make good decisions for yourself and stay true to your values. If your parenting approach has been the teach and preach method, which is what I did for many years, start adopting this habit of saying, I trust you, and see how much your relationship with your teen changes for the better. It's amazing the amount of power that these 3 little words can have on how your teenager begins to see themselves. They'll not only feel like they have more autonomy, but they'll want to make you proud of them even more. Use this phrase when they're working through a problem or they have a dilemma to solve. Saying something like, you've been faced with similar challenges in the past. You did such a great job looking at it from different perspectives and really coming up with the best solution for yourself. I trust that you'll be able to do the same in this situation, don't you? Fourth step, sprinkle in gratitude. When your teen does something that you've asked, be sure to thank them. When they go out of their way to do something for someone else, thank them. A simple thank you can go a very long way with your teen, but make sure it's sincere and you're not using it for every little thing all the time. Your teenager's BS meter is off the charts. They can spot something that isn't genuine a mile away, especially when it comes from their parents. If they even think for a second that your gratitude is only to try to make them feel better, it will backfire on you. So, when they help unload the groceries from the car, say thank you for helping me. Or when you've asked them to clean their room for the 3rd time and they actually do it, just say, thank you for cleaning your room and helping to keep the house clean, as you know it's important to me. We often forget how saying thank you reminds our teen about who they are, how thoughtful they're being, how considerate, kind, generous, and loving they really are. Saying thank you to them helps them remember how appreciated they are for being their true self. Start putting these 4 steps into place today consistently and watch how your teen's self-esteem starts to become elevated. The goal as a parent is to always help our teens see their true essence, beneath the desire to fit in, the need to be liked and accepted, and the barrage of messages telling them to forget who they are. You truly are the key to helping your teen build great self-esteem. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it with anyone that you think may benefit from it. And if you want to see more videos like this one, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click on the bell icon to get notified when I upload a new video. Wishing you much love and light, and I'll see you in the next video.